Don't want no gravestone when I go, and you could plant a tree. No gravestone when I go, carving my name for me. You can tell everybody they'll find shelter in the shade as the sun hangs from my branches. My eternal bed is made. When the earth is my bed sheets and my body is a shell, let my rings count the stories that only time can tell. I don't want no gravestone when I go, and you could plant a tree. I don't want no gravestone when I go, carving my name for me. Carving my name for me, yeah. Whatever I should tell, but if you should cut me down, I'll keep you warm by the fire as my embers kiss the ground. Yeah, yeah. I don't want no gravestone when I go, and you could plant a tree. Yeah, don't want no gravestone when I go, carving my name for me. Yeah, yeah, carving my name for me.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Campfire Chats with Eric and your Eric guest. I'm your host, E.D. Testerman. I need to say something right off the bat before we jump into a lot of this. Hey, Machete, um, for those of you that didn't watch my Rumble, my short Rumble yesterday, I recommend going and seeing that. There's some things that's happened. Um, I kind of discussed it on there, showed a few things on there. With what has happened, we have to be very careful what I say and what's said in chat for until July 20th because of what they did to me. So, if you guys get a chance, go to my Rumble and check that out. That explains a lot in there. I don't want to say too much here because I don't want to get dinged again. That's what I'm talking about, AO. You have to go to you'll have to go to my Rumble to see the live about that one. I also finally found the video. I was able to get it off my Facebook. I uploaded last Sunday's show to my Rumble and to my Patreon. So if you guys want to see it again, unfortunately, Nordic Aliens episode 67 is only going to be able to be viewed on my Facebook for now. If you can find it on my author's Facebook page, my Rumble, or my Patreon. So, my mods is going to be watching the chat very closely. Anything that may hurt the show is going to have to be taken down pretty quick, at least until July 20th. So I don't want to get too much into that. So with that being said, man, it's been an interesting week here. Some of it not so good. I'm kind of curious before I get in some stuff, some reports that I've heard lately, and some things I've noticed lately. Has anybody seen anything cryptid, paranormal, supernatural happen around their area? Oh, and mods, I got chapter 1 of that new book done the first edit to it. It is available on Patreon. I did change the name of it. It is, instead of Knights of the Galaxy, it's now the Galactic Knights. No, well, I mean, I did a while back, Roxanne. It's just my camera is like really. It's just how it's zoomed. Yeah, these are literally all this right here, and all that back there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 books that I've been working on. All these notepads are my notes for any book that I work on. So one of my current ones, the one I just started yesterday that I uploaded to my Patreon, which I've got to change the name on it, is Hey Walking, is that one there. So anytime I start a new book idea, I always put in my notes, I have the name of the characters, names of locations, if they lived, if they died, if something changed about them, all that goes into my notebooks. So, hey, Kevin. So, yeah, that's, I'm sorry, Michelle, I didn't mean to take it down. There's a spirit of discord and quarreling flying around, jumping in and out of people. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Hold on. These cats have been a holy terror today. So literally, I've got my books up here. Some of my books, like a few of my books, are on this shelf. A couple of the books I've got for sales over here. Or no, those are for sale. My notepads for every single book I'm working on, and computer stuff, the cool rock stuff I found. I took all my notepads from up here and put them over there because this thing was getting full over here. I spooked a turkey, and it flew off a tree branch and fell out of the sky, ran up and finished it off. Oh, wow. It seemed like timing was divine, almost like an animal messenger. Yeah, it's been chilly here today, man. It's been really chilly. Nothing has happened around my house in a couple months, and the green laser that shined into my living room was just my neighbors leaving our damn yard. Oh, man. Feeling a strong evil when the wind blows. Yeah, me too. It's kind of been affecting me. I've been having trouble finding your books. It's go to Amazon. Look, hey, Tanya, look up E.D.Testerman. Like what's in my little name plate right there, on Amazon, and you should be able to find them. I like stone and glass snapping arrowheads. Yeah, I've been wanting to think about trying to learn how to do that. Yeah. Um, you can also look up the book names. Probably one of the quickest ones you'll find it. I'll type it in here. If you type that name in the search bar on Amazon, it'll take you right to it. You can click my name above it, and it'll take you to my author's fan page. You following me there, it'll have every list of book that I got out. It'll have it in there. I was going to do some editing on Beast of the Ozarks so I can get it out, but I got stuck on this book here. Wanted to get it out of my head so I wouldn't lose it, and then I got really tired. Like really tired. Like really tired. So I went into got my fat guy easy chair, and had to take a break for a little bit. Heck yeah, man! You'll find them. They're on Amazon, Kindle, paperback, hardback, and they're on 3 different audio platforms. I know Kindle, or not Kindle, Amazon audiobooks. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. iBooks, and I can't remember what the other one is. Yeah, right there, Amazon. Look up E.D. Testerman. Thank you, Roxanne. So, yeah, reading is good. It's hard for me to read. I'm very dyslexic. Reading for me, I struggle. I really struggle at reading. And spelling. That's why I have 3 different programs or 2 different programs that helps me to spell, and then that's why I've got people to look over it. I'm currently reading Strange Survivor, and I don't think I've heard of that one. So, yeah, I like Obsidian too. Um, so, I've heard some interesting things here. I found out my neighbor's home had burnt down a few months ago, which the reason why I haven't seen it is every time I go by his house, it's usually dark. And he's a little ways off the road, so I can't ever see his house. So I went and checked on him yesterday. The Lost Ways, that sounds familiar. Um, I went and checked on him yesterday, was doing some talking. Come to find out, he goes, I need you to talk to my dad. He goes, he swears that his dead cat visits him the same time every night. And I said, you'd be surprised how often that happens. I said, I even got I know for a fact one subscriber that happens to. Speaking of which, before I get, the PDF book you sent me. Strange. That's on my Patreon. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is available for any Patreon subscriber. That is a sci-fi short story. Um, that's available for either A tier or the Ein Yar tier. That's just short stories that I put out every Friday. I need to get my butt in gear and work on another one for next Friday. But it's just something a little extra I've been doing for everybody that's a Patreon subscriber. Now, if you're an Yar reader like you are, Roxanne, Griff, Maureen, and I've got another one, you guys get access to my books before they're published because I want you guys to read them and let me know what you think of the storyline. So today you should have had one posted on the Yar tier. It's the name has changed to Galactic Nights, and it's a new sci-fi book that I had pop in my head late last night, and I was up till 1 o'clock this morning, almost 2 o'clock this morning, working on it a little bit, and then I went to bed, got up at 7:30 this morning, got back to work on it, finished chapter 1. So Yeah, that's Strange Survivor. That's why. Yeah, that is the short. I'm actually putting those into a book as well. But that's just my gift to anybody who subscribes to my Patreon. A little bit of short stories. I'm going to probably do something a little different. Take a little break from sci-fi for a little bit on the sci-fi short stories, and probably do something else. So I should have. Hey, Joanne, you miss identification. You could. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely. Um, Before I forget too, as of Thursday night, you can now subscribe to the Bizarre and the Unknown YouTube channel. Uh, I only wanted the one tier for the $2.99. It made me do 3 tiers. So this is going to be a learning process for me on doing that. Subscribers, members. That's what I was thinking of. Members. Um, so I'm probably going to be leaning on you guys a little bit, see what you like for each tier. We'll see how it goes. But you get certain stickers or certain emojis that I created. That's available on all 3 of those tiers. A different, for depending on how many months you are, you get a different class with a different artwork that I created. I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that's on there. I was working on it Thursday. I was up kind of late Thursday working on it actually. Okay. So yeah, exactly, Roxanne. Thank you. Let me share screen this. Oops. Wrong thing. Close. Yes, close. That's what I want you to do. I want you to close. That's why I kept hitting close. So, like your first month's membership, um, your photo is going to look like, well, once it'll pop up, it's going to look like this. That's the first month. And then, it goes on with the second. I can't remember what the ranking is on them, but that's the second month. This is the Vamp Hunter. This is every bit of this artwork is stuff that I created. I created every bit of this. But second month you're in it is your Vamp Hunter logo. Then you got your Draugr, which is 3 months. I can't remember when it jumps up, but you got the Draugr, which is 3 months. Dragon. Well, come on, baby, pop up for me. Be good for me. Work for me. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You got yeah. 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 I mean, I'm kind of happy with the artwork I can create. Why are you doing this to me? You're being a pain in my ass. Okay, let's try this again. So then you got your dragon one. You can right now. It is available right now on YouTube. Right now. This is all the YouTube stuff. Then you got the Bigfoot one. Thanks, Joanne. Thanks, Ale. And some of these are also emojis. And then you got the alien. We started to get into a couple of the aliens when it'll pop up. Maybe it'll pop up. Hopefully it'll pop up. Uh, Interesting. I'll look into that. Come on, man. So then you get the next one, which would be the alien one. Hey, Scott. Roxanne. Space one's the Bigfoot one. Yeah, that was back when I was creating this logo behind me. That was one of the artworks that popped up. Here's another alien one. Like I said, every bit of this artwork is stuff that I created. This is all straight out of my head. And yes, I used the AI to do it. And then one of my favorite logos for the show is the Wolf and the Raven Shield for my Viking series. Eric, you can create these in 3D and stickers. I have no stickers on my SUV, but I am currently trying to do that on the fourth wall that I'm starting to create. I'm having a little bit of issues. The very last is the Odin. That is the last. But yeah, that's just some of the art stuff that's on there for that. I won't have to look at it. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I need to. But I am working on stickers and other merchandise. Fourth wall is, I'm happening to learn fourth wall. It's the new merchandise deal I'm with. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll look into that on the YouTube thing while we're at it, if I can get this to load up. But yeah, it's just. I mean, I'm not getting very much sleep because I'm trying to get things done. I think yesterday last night I probably got about 4.5 hours of sleep. It caught up to me today. That's why I had to step away from the computer for a little bit. Let's get rid of that. I'm trying to get this to load up so I can show you guys some of the fourth wall site. It's fourth. What is that now? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. Let me pop that code up here real quick. I think that's the code if I remember right. Of course, if I was smart, I'd get my notepad out. Let's just do it next time. Here we go. Yeah, right there. That is the site. And I was trying to work on. I'll rest. I'll get some rest. The night before, man, I got like 9 hours of sleep. But yeah. But yeah, that is the new merch site. Fourth wall right there. While that's popping up, I want to check that out as well. I'll just have to multitask here. It's getting harder every day, AO. It does. But I'm a soldier. I'll muscle through it. I'm stubborn and hard headed. So as that's loading, oh yeah, I keep forgetting about Streamlab. Streamlab offers that. I forget about that all the time. But I am trying to get some stickers made. Right now they're looking at before the final artwork done, they're at $229 a sticker. But I don't know what it's going to be like until the artwork is finished. So I don't want to give out no prices on that. And I remember, hey Griff, I remember some of you guys were talking about you couldn't on the merch store. You couldn't. It wasn't showing a lot of my merch. I figured out what was going on, and I do have that fixed. Come on, baby, log me in. Actually, that is the wrong one. I need studio. Oh, you know what? It may be still up for approval. I'll check studio out here in a second. There we go. So on my fourth wall, I've got some shirts, some hats, sweatshirts, different kind of shirts, different kind of hats, a beanie. This is what I've got so far. Like my shirts, what I like about fourth wall, let's see if I can get this to pop up, is I can put artwork on the sleeves. So you got the front of the shirt. There we go. So you got the front of the shirt, which has got my channel logo on it. This is the American Werewolf edition, so it's got the American Werewolf on the back. And then on one sleeve, it's got the American flag with the bald eagle. And then the other sleeve, it has might be no, it's not going to show it. Anyways, it's got the wolf and the axe. Hey, Bigfoot Dwarf. It's got the wolf and the axe with the year that I started doing the show, which was 2023. So this is this kind of stuff that it's doing. So for those of you who couldn't see the products before, I did get them fixed. So now they are up there and available. Just the regular. I'm probably going to go in and edit this one because I just realized it doesn't have the stuff on the sleeve like it should. Oh, that's just the plain Jane without anything on the sleeve American Werewolf edition. So that's what I did get it fixed for you guys. So I apologize. I don't know what was happening with that. I got in there, messed with the artwork a little bit, and all of a sudden it worked. So I'm assuming that's what it is. I'm assuming it was probably the artwork that was causing you guys not to see it. Hey, Heifer. Yeah, I liked a lot of these. I'm trying to create them stickers right now, and it's really frustrating me. So I had to walk away. I was like, man, you're not working with me here. You're telling me something I got to fix, but you're not showing me what I got to fix. So it's been a pain in the butt. But yeah, I do have that coming into work for you guys. Let me check out that membership thing real quick. Oh my God. Don't tell me you didn't save that. Huh. I'm going to look into that because now it's showing, hey, you need to do this. Wow. Hey, Caleb. But yeah, so back to oh, I'm ready to launch. Okay, launch it. Why didn't I get a note? Okay, now you should be able to. It didn't tell me that I had to launch it. So I just launched it. So those of you who's asking about the membership thing, I just launched it. So it should be available now or here soon. So just keep an eye on it for those of you who was asking about that. So that would explain why I wasn't seeing it. It's because for some reason I must have overlooked the email. It didn't tell me it was ready to launch. But so yeah, back to the stories now. I got all that stuff out of the way. So I was talking with my neighbor. Of course, I feel bad because he's a good dude. He's a Marine like me. He's been in this area for not as long as I have been, but pretty damn close. Me and one of the other family's been in this area the longest, and most of the people has been in this area when I first came in is either passed on to the next realm or if they've moved on. There's only actually, if I think about it, I think there's maybe a total of 3 of us families that's still here. Everybody else is pretty much new. But he used to own a restaurant in Buffalo that I really, really like to go to. Sadly, it just got to be too much for them, so they sold it. He's back working a 9-to-5 job, but their house burnt. So I went and checked on him. we're usually pretty good about watching each other's place, watching strange vehicles on the road, noticing anything different, like when the cougars are up and rampant, um, and stuff like that. If we've chased somebody off our property, hey Larry, chat with you guys. Oh yeah, Monisha, that's awesome. Um, I gotta put that up there. I like it, man. I haven't done that in a coon's age. So we were talking. He's talking to me about his dad. He goes, Dad swears. He goes, he can lay at the bed and he'll stay awake. And at a certain time, I don't have permission to share a lot of share detailed information on this right yet. So that's why I'm kind of dancing around some of the information. But at a certain time of the night, he'll stay awake and he can literally feel the presence of his deceased cat come out from under his bed, hop up next to him into his bed and lay down and curl up for a little bit, and then get back up and go back under his bed. Now he's staying in the camper. His dad's staying in the camper. Of course, they are too because the house burnt down. So I was talking to him. I was like, "You'll be surprised," because he was kind of laughing about it at first. I said, I can tell you from personal experience and experience by some of my subscribers that this is very real. This really happens. Your deceased animals sometimes come back to say, "Hey, I miss you. I love you." Not there yet. Okay, thanks, Tricia. Just keep an eye out and let me know. It is launched, so it should be popping up at any time. I don't know if it's going to have to be refreshed to do it or not. I don't know. If somebody wants to try to refresh and see, that may be one way to check to see if it pops up then. Heck no, there ain't. Heck no, there ain't. So he was like, "Really?" He goes, "Well, I'm going to get him in contact with you." I was like, yeah, let's do that. I said, "Yeah, I'd love to talk to him." I said, "I love doing that stuff." So then we were talking some more, and I was telling him about we got on the subject of Bigfoots. And no worries, Griff. So we got the subject of Bigfoots. And he goes, they've been kind of active around here. I said, "Yeah, they have." I said, "I've even caught some vocals." I said, "Really clear vocals." I said, "One speaking Lakota, the female speaking Lakota, and the two males were speaking Chickasaw." He goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That was just right out here, about a couple months ago. Clear as day." Of course, I told him the story of how it happened, why I had the parabolic mic out recording. And he goes, "I've been hearing some kind of loud howls myself lately and a lot of coyotes." So, we got to talking. So it's not just me's been hearing this stuff and noticing this stuff, but he's been doing it as well. So, I thought that was cool. I thought that was really, really something that, even my neighbors is noticing some of this stuff too. Of course, I'm not an outsider. I'm an OG in this area. So people usually talk to me a little bit more than they do outsiders. Around here, people don't talk to outsiders. I was wondering if it was that's what I thought. And of course, William was talking about it could be a coyote king, which I've never heard of the coyote kings before. So when he was telling me about it, that was the first time I heard about it. But he said the fact that the coyotes reacted right after that wolf owl, he thinks it could be a coyote king. So I don't know. It was either Dogman, which is known to travel this area, or it was a coyote king. The area I live in is very well known for Bigfoots and Dogman. So, but earlier that day, I was in town. Man, I've been shopping at Carl's liquor store in town for years and years and years and years. I knew Carl. He was a good dude, solid dude. And so I support his business, even with the smoking cheap that's moved in next door to him. I still buy my alcohol from Carl. I still buy my tobacco from Carl. I support his businesses. Oh, thank you, Tricia. There you go. So it's working. My first, my first member, Tricia Arnold. Thank you so much. You are very, very awesome. I'm kind of curious now. What did it give you that picture like it was supposed to when it popped up? I'm kind of curious about that actually. But we'll have to work together to build this membership up to something that you guys like. Um, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not good at it. So I want to build something that catches your guys' interest. Originally, my mindset was I was going to only have the one tier, but it forced me to have three tiers. So I'm going to have to figure something out on that. I kind of thought so. That's what I kind of figured would probably have to happen. Thank you for refreshing and seeing if that worked. I appreciate that. Oops. Why isn't there? It ain't. Hey, Scott, thank you so much. You're awesome, dude. My second subscriber, or my second member. Thank you, man. You guys are awesome. I mean, you got AO in for the thirds. Yes, you guys are awesome. Thank you. You guys are just, you guys blow me away, dude. I mean, you guys, seriously, you guys blow me away. I am truly blessed by every one of you guys. This is awesome. I'm glad it's working. I'm really glad it's working. Thank you guys for letting me know it wasn't up yet. I honestly didn't see a deal saying it needed to be launched. So thank you so much for doing that for me. It's awesome, man. You guys are so cool. But we'll work together. We'll build that membership up to what you guys want because that's what it's for. It's for you guys. It's not for me. It's for you. So I don't mind working with you guys and going, hey, what would you like on this tier? What would you like on this tier? It just came on, Scott. I set it up Thursday. I was under the impression it was going. They were talking about in the chat how it wasn't working, and then all of a sudden, Roxanne, you are a rock star, Roxanne. Thank you. There we go. That's fine. Dude, my brother. Thank you, Caleb. That's amazing. And by the way, before I forget, Caleb, that testimony you had on Facebook brought a smile to my face. I'm so glad that things are starting to come together now for you. Hey, Twisted. Oh, hey. Okay, hold on. I missed something. AO gifted 5 memberships. So this just showed up. And the winners are Griff, Tanya, good to see you, Wizard. Wizard, you were gifted. I know, Joanne, it's funny. I'm waiting for it to pop up, see who the next one is. Why is it not giving me the names of the next ones? Interesting. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, I got to check that email too. I meant to do that today, then I got tired and walked away from the computer. I've got to do that today. So, I guess Wizard was the last one. So, AO, thank you for gifting those. Congratulations on those who got the membership gifts from AO. Like I said, we'll build this together. We were last night, Scott. We were last night. I'll tell you. Oh, speaking of which, man, there should be Roxanne. You know this better than I. I'm trying to remember. I think there's a thing in the bottom right on YouTube that lets you become a member. Am I remember it correctly, Roxanne? Because I think that's what I had to do with all the ones that I'm members on too. Um, it could be Scott. So that I'm glad you actually brought that up. But I don't know if you noticed the last couple of weeks we've been having storms here. A lot of storms going on here, and oh, there was the other one. Twisted. Twisted was the other one that I missed that got a membership. Congratulations, Twisted. And I can't remember. Did I get you, Grift? You were another one. So I think that may be the ones I missed. The chat may have jumped and I missed it. Heck yeah. Oh. Aw, it's not showing up on my end. How's that look? Oh, okay, I gotta check that out. I got to see how that looks in the deal. I have not seen what it looks like popping up unless it's um so I'm hoping they worked. I'm hoping they turned out. Go to my deal. Okay, lives. I want to see how that how them well, if this will load up for me. How them deals. Oh, join on the main page. Thank you. Oh, they look good. Oh, thank you. My internet is real crappy and it's not wanting to load anything. But anyways, while I'm trying to do that, I've noticed an uptick in paranormal activity here. There's been a lot of paranormal activity. And if you notice the past couple of weeks when I've been on live during these storms, you keep seeing me look around at something. And that's because I'm literally not only feeling it, but hearing something on two legs running through my house. Sometimes walking. Generally, they're running. And I've noticed, I mean, it's done it. I've noticed that when it's more prevalent when it's thunderstorming. Oh, cool. So those pictures showed up with the wolf and axe. Cool. That showed up good. Oh, dude, yes, them little, those little stickers I made. Man, that turned out good. But it'll do it when it's not storming too, but it's a lot more when it's storming. And of course, we weren't supposed to have storms today, but it's been raining. It rained a little bit, didn't it? Quick. It's just been mainly cloudy and cold here. But yesterday, I mean it came in pretty good. It can it. I'm so used to it though, Scott, that it don't bother me. I can really tell if it's something not pleasant. And I mean, I've had that happen to me. I've been on live with Brother William and literally was attacked live by something unpleasant. And of course, I didn't think about shutting my mic off and the monitor off because I went straight into defense mode. And I was telling, hey, this is my place. You have no right here. You need to get the hell out. I've only got super sticker and chat. You may have to refresh. That's what some of the other guys were doing, Kevin. They were refresh. So I can usually tell. And what's been running around the house, it's not been mean. It's not been malevolent. It's just something that's running through the house. Could it be an old memory? I mean, it very well could be my mother. I mean, I don't know. Hope I enjoyed this city. Oh, did I miss it? Oh, I missed something in chat, didn't I? Oh man, ooh, Cincinnati, the concrete jungle. Yeah, how is it there? Is that still pretty? How do I say this without getting in trouble? Leaning a certain direction. Oh, that would have been cool there. Just be by the stadium. Oh, no kidding. I thought I did mine on iPhone. I may not have. I may have done it on my computer. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done them. But oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm that way with St. Louis, and I'm that way with Kansas City too. I don't like Kansas City. I don't like St. Louis. I don't stop in them places unless I have to. Now, when I'm going to a Cardinals game, yeah, I'm stopping in St. Louis because I got to. I got to go see the Cardinals play. Um, but I haven't been. Damn, I haven't been to a Cardinals game since like 2010 ish time frame, somewhere between 2010 2012, somewhere around in there. Um, it was the last time I've been to a Cardinals game. Oh man, that's both a cool thing, Manisha, and a oh crap thing. Because I know what happens around them stadiums, and they ain't always fun. But I mean, the fact that you're close to a stadium, though, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I knew you did. I grew up in St. Joe. You know, my whole life I've been a St. Louis Cardinals fan and a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I was never a KC Royals fan. I've always been a St. Louis Cardinals fan. Yeah, I do too. I mean, and I'm like, so I remember one time I was stationed in Fort Benning, Georgia, and I was coming home for leave, and I got to look. Oh, Kevin, you got to work. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that so much. You guys are rocking it today. Every one of you guys are awesome. And so I was looking at the map instead of doing the regular way that I drove. It usually took 17 to 17 and a half hours, depending on how many stops I had to take for my wife and me at the time. And I was like, man, I could cut 2 hours off my drive time by going up through. No, I think it was like an hour and 30 minutes. I was able to cut off by going up through Atlanta. I'll never, 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 ever, 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 ever do that again. I think I lost 2 hours trying to drive through Atlanta to save me an hour and a half. I seen my cat a lot since he's died ever strong, solid being trying to catch him on photo, but never know when you'll see him unless he's still not. Oh, Ursa. Oh, is that the one, buddy? Is that the one that you've been having trouble with? God, I hate hearing that. But I mean, at least it's still coming back to see you. You know, I mean, that is a plus. Okay, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that it finally happened. I knew you was having trouble last week. Um, but man, my heart goes out to you, bro. Freaky, how's it going, buddy? I want to move out to a farm before it's all over with. Man, I love being in my woods. I just absolutely love being in my woods. Growing up in KC wasn't bad at all then, but you could get to move back now, and all money would, and yeah. I mean, I did. Oh man, I'm sorry, bro. I, my heart goes out to you, man. Virtual hug here, bro. I know the feeling on that. That stuff is an ass kicker. Hey, Don. Yeah. Hey, Corey. Yeah, man. Just know mentally I'm there for you, buddy. Yeah, I know I can't be there physically, but mentally I'm there for you, bub. I know how that is. Anytime I lose one, lose a pet, it kills me inside. It's just like when I lost a family member because they are a family member too. Yeah. So, but I mean, on the same token, though, dude, he's coming back and visiting you. So, I mean, that shows you how much he loves you. And honestly, I believe that. I believe whenever I get visited by mine, what few times I've did, like Dovey. Dovey was one of the best dogs I ever had in my life. And it broke my heart because I wasn't there in her final days. I was stationed in Hawaii when her final days was there, and Dovey, me and Dovey were very, very, very close. And the reason why I call her Dovey, she was part Doberman Pinscher, part Shih Tzu. It's a funny mix, but she was the runt of the litter. So I took her, I kept her, and me and Dovey was together all the time. I'm glad that does, dude. I'm glad it does. And then I was wanting to bring her out to Hawaii with me. But at her age and her condition, she would have never made the trip in quarantine. I would have lost her in quarantine, and that would have been worse on me than what happened. At least she went in a place that she loves, and that was here, you know. And I remember for a little while after she passed, and I mean, it tore me up. I mean, I was drunk all the time before then, but it got even worse whenever she went because I wasn't there for her. She was my dog, and it tore me up because I mean, I was thousands of miles away, and I never got to say goodbye to my best friend. And I remember I've seen her a few times since that happened, and it always made me feel good that can happen, that it happened because you know it's I get to see my friend, you know, and it was so funny, Dovey. Oh my god, man! If I would have listened to Dovey on my first wife, I probably would have never got married, but I didn't listen to her. So Dovey, when I was dating my first wife, uh, Dovey didn't like her. She would literally jump on my lap, wiggle her way in between us, and separate us, and look at her and growl, and lay her head on my leg. And I was like, "Man, why are you doing this, Dovey? Stop! Come on, man!" But she did not like my first wife, and of course, I didn't listen to her. I was in love. I was head over heels for this girl. And then and I still think about that to this day, man. To this day, I still think about that and laugh. It's like she tried to tell me. She really did try to tell me, but she was just a good dog. Like I accidentally, man, this. Oh God, I felt so bad when I done this. I got so damn drunk and high one time that I decided I'm going to go camping for a week, and I thought Dovey went outside. I come back from my camping trip, and I'm like, man, where's my dog? This is not like my dog. Where the hell's my dog? And I open up my door, and she goes. I mean, all you see was this black and brown shit streak go shooting out the door, and she's out there pottying in like 15 or 20 different places. The whole time she was in my house, she never pottied once in my house, not one freaking time. Oh God, dude, I felt like the biggest turd on the block because it's like, ooh, my baby. I could have swore. I don't know if she snuck in when I turned around because I remember I was looking at her at the steps, going, okay, Daddy loves you. Daddy'd be back. You got food and water. I can't take you on this trip, but I'll be back here in a week. And she's just all wagging her tail, so no good. And I remember shutting the door, so I don't know if she snuck in. Or if somebody let her in. I don't know. To this day, I don't know, but it made me feel bad because I thought I locked my dog in the house for a week. I was like, oh, that poor baby. But she never did. She never did potty once in that house. She was a good dog. Stubborn as hell about cars. She got hit by a car a couple times and she still didn't learn you can't chase dogs. My dogs now do that. It's like, come on. Every time I turn around, if I don't open that door right when they want to go. They're like, okay, I'll show you. Right in the middle of my floor. Piss on that. Yeah. She was a great dog, Monisha. Dovey, hands down, Dovey was probably my the very best dog I ever had. I've had a lot of good dogs. None of them was on the level of Dovey. I wish. No, Dovey did. Dovey's been hit by a car like 2 or 3 times because she'll get out and chase him. She would never learn. She never would. It was just so, guys, man, it's the funny things that you remember about. I mean, but that's what animals are to us, man. You know, right now, both of my dogs have been up my butt here because they know that, I've been going through some stuff here lately. And I've been a little upset. Yeah. I mean, generally they do. They've been wrong a few times, but they've been right quite a bit too. Yeah. Like right now, I mean, I've got numbnuts here at my feet where he loves being. I mean, that's his favorite place to do. And he's so damn stubborn. If I don't get up out of bed right off the bat, right when I wake up, he literally removes the covers from my feet and starts licking my feet. He's like, I want you to get out of bed now. I gotta go potty. I don't want to wait on you. That's numbnuts here. I told my dog he can't mate with a small chihuahua, and he got on my bed, looked at right me in the face, cocked his leg over. Oh my God. I thought you was going to say something like, yeah, hold my beer and watch this. No, he just pissed on you. We had a Roddy named Cody that people used to come and see our dog, not us. I've had that too. I think Calypso, I don't know what happened to her. Calypso was a cane corso that I rescued from a crackhead family. And I remember her because she wouldn't let you out of the vehicle. If you came to my house, unbeknownst, she wouldn't let you out of the vehicle. And I'd have to say, it's okay, baby. Then she wanted to be your best friend. She would let you out, share her tail wag. She would lick you to death. As long as I said, it's okay. And I never trained her. That's just, she was ever since I rescued her when she was like 5 or 6 months old, she was that way. And, but if I said, watch them, she'd let you out of the vehicle. But she wasn't happy. You weren't going to pet her. And she never left you out of her sight. I have 2 cats named Corbus and Lunas. Oh, that's cool, Monisha. I've got way too many damn cats, and 3 of them had kittens. I've got more cats. Man, I've got to find home for some cats here very soon. I've got way too many animals. Dude, I got so mad at the cats today. They got in my bread box, ate my biscuits that I cooked this morning for my biscuits and gravy, ate up my pack of tortilla shells that I have not even opened yet, and got into a pack of bread that I haven't even opened yet. Little sons of guns are freaking Houdinis. They can even open up doors with magnets on it. I'm like, how the hell are you guys doing this? Oh, you guys like them stickers? Honestly, if do you guys like them stickers for the members? Because I mean, I was hoping you guys would like those. I went on to look. They turned out pretty dang good. They turned out just how I had loaded them up. So I mean, I think that's cool. Okay, it's got the names on here because I want some of these stickers, but it's got the names: Vamp Hunter, Draco, Alien, Bigfoot. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Cat tacos, yeah. Wow, dude, I'm telling you, I don't know how the hell these little shits do it, but they do it. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like it. Dude, I feed them cats every day. Them cats eat more than I do. Not only do they eat their food in the morning, they eat whatever I finish. They're my pre dishwashers. Whatever my daughter doesn't finish, they eat that. My cats' name are Tom, Kitty, Gray Mom, Henri, Little Mom, Sassy, Little Tom, Big Tom, Spot Slim, Spot Slim. Tom. Oh my gosh! Wow. Yeah, that's way too many for me. That's way too many. No, yeah. I don't know how they get into this. I purposely put things on there so they couldn't get into stuff, and they figure it out. It's like, yo, man, you guys ain't natural. My cat Lucifer could use her paws to turn doorknobs, and had one named somebody. He left us. Oh yeah, I actually had a cat named Rose when I was married to my second wife, and something I'm very very anal about this. Don't leave your poop and pee in the toilet. Okay, I had to deal enough with that growing up because we didn't have running water, and in the wintertime, when we every once in a while, basically we used it before we got ourselves dug out from the snow to get to the outhouse. We would use the toilet in the little travel trailer that we were living in, and you couldn't flush it every single time because we didn't have running water. We literally had a 5-gallon bucket of water to sit next to the toilet. So when we had to use it, we had to pour that into the tank to flush the toilet. So you didn't flush the toilet until you absolutely had to flush the toilet. And that is the most god-awful looking, smelling thing there ever is. I wouldn't do it in the house. I don't, it can be negative 45 degrees outside. My butt's sitting there making poop sickles because I'm pooping out in the outhouse. Dude, Corey, those things were good. Yeah, I like those. And they're they're pretty spot on too. Yeah, frosty fudgesicles, absolutely. So, ever since then, oh my God, I that you want to piss me off and get to the bad side of me quick? Leave poop or pee in the toilet. I just cannot stand that. Oh, that is so. Rose, because Rose would follow me everywhere. She knew when I got home. She would wait up next to the drive, and she'd wait till I parked the truck and got out. Then she would come up to me. Then she would climb up my side and perch herself on my shoulder, and that's where she'd stay. She rode around on my shoulder. When I'd work on vehicles, she'd be in that engine with me, and she'd have her paw on my hand as I'm turning a wrench, helping me turn wrenches. She was that was my cat. It was Rose. She talked. She said, yes, no, I know you. She talked. So I'd get up in the middle of the night and go to potty, and there's poop in my toilet. Oh, God. Oh, God. I was like, I know that's not me. So I'm getting on to my wife at the time. Flush that damn toilet when you go shit. She goes, this is not me. I said, it's just you and me in the house. Who else is it? Is it the damn cat? Come on. Don't leave shit in the toilet. And so one night, I had to get up and go to the bathroom. Well, that's one of the few times with my ex-wife I had to eat crow. Because there, in the dark, was my black cat with yellow eyes, pooping in the toilet, looking at me and going, meow. I was like, so it is you. Can you at least learn to flush the toilet? So I had to eat crow on that one. That was when when I first moved here, only I used a commode. Don't ask to only have water toilet. Yeah. Yes. I mostly, oh, dude, yeah, no, I can't do that. There's a nice spring down the road where I get fresh water, shower outside. Yeah, I've done that for a long time before we finally got a well dug. I remember the bubble gum that used to, oh, yes, baseball card. Yes. It was my favorite kind of gum. I'm not really sure what you're all talking about. Yeah, I mean, it's a true story. That is. So what happened to my beloved cat was while I was deployed, my wife was cheating on me, and I've got recordings of her talking about she can't wait till I get taken out overseas so she can collect the money. She was selling my stuff, giving my stuff away. She was not planning on me coming back from the combat zone. So that pissed Rose off because Rose never liked her. So she got to shitting and pissing all over my ex-wife's clothes. Well, my ex-wife got mad and gave her to a little kid. No, well, we didn't have to buy kitty litter. Yeah, no, she was good about it. I just wish she would learn how to flush the toilet. Oh, it was, yes. Yeah. I mean, you remember Big League Chew back when Big League Chew was cool? And you was the coolest kid on the block when you had them candy cigarettes rolled up in your sleeve and you had a pack of Big Chew in your back pocket. You had to have Big League Chew. Grape was the one that everybody had to have. It had to be Grape Big League Chew. They just don't make that stuff like that anymore. But yeah, yeah. So my ex wife gave her away while I was deployed and lied to me about the reason. I don't know if I've heard of tea berry gum. So, but yeah, no, Rose was my kitty. I would lay in the bathtub and she would climb on me and sit in my belly while I'm in the bathtub. So I'd literally scoop water, pour it on her, and clean her because she had to take a bath with me. She would hop in the shower when I was taking a shower. Like I could not go anywhere without this cat being right there. Sunflower seeds, yes, yes, and I'm still a sucker for sunflower seeds. Yeah, bazooka bubblegum, yes. I loved bazooka bubblegum and the comics that came with it. Yeah, but that hey Echo, Joanne, that was how do I put this very nicely? Part of the reason why I am the way I am no more is because, or yeah, why I am right now is because of the BS I dealt with that. Yeah, I do. Big League Chew, man. It was just like Mad Dog 2020. You know, you were cool if you had Mad Dog 2020. You got sicker than a dog, but you was cool because there was always some kind of lush that didn't care and would buy it for you. Hey, Camel Dad. I've never heard of those. I've never heard of those. And I don't know where she went. That family had transferred to another base. Yep. Yep. I did too. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what kind of bazookas you're talking about there, brother. Oh, man. Yeah, I've never heard of clove gun or tea gum. I've never heard that. Bones. Yes. Yes. Bones. Yes. Oh, man. But no, I mean, yeah. I mean, I a little bit better about talking about it now, but yeah, my second ex-wife was very mentally and physically abusive. She purposely got me in trouble with my chain of command because she wanted to cheat on me. She purposely got me kicked out of my own home for 72 hours because she wanted to go on a how do I put it politely, an adventure with other many other types. Yeah. Sassafras tea is good. Sassafras tree is very good. Yeah. Yeah, man. Those are great. Yeah. Um, Yeah, that was the kind of shit I put up with, man. Hey, Robin. But so it's weird. I mean, it's weird. But I mean, there's so no. I mean, I hope you're doing better, bro. No need to be sorry. I understand, man. Yeah, I mean, I stupid thing. I understand big time. No worries about it, man. I hope you get to feeling better, bro. I really do. Well, I mean, sassafras was used in root beer. It was used in licorice, black licorice. It was even used in medicines. So, I mean, sassafras was used for a lot of stuff. Yeah, molasses was another one that was used a lot too. Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, it's funny how they stuff to think about that kind of stuff growing up. I mean, it's man, you got to think how many people have no clue what we're actually talking about, too. Oh, I do too. I love black licorice. Oh yeah, yeah. Root beer, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about that one. Yeah, I think where did I've had that before? I don't remember where, but I've had that before. Yeah, molasses is good. I like molasses on my pancakes and waffles. Yeah, but see, you stop and thinking about this type of stuff too. You know, I'm not talking to you, so shut up. Sorry, Siri was popping up. Um, I never knew that. I didn't know peanut butter had molasses in it. Interesting. I like crunchy peanut butter. Um, but when you think about these, and it's funny we talk about this because during paranormal investigations, I like to try to bring stuff up from that time frame. Um, and if we're remembering stuff like this, I'm a firm believer because of evidence I've caught in the past. Uh, I got no thumbs. I don't know bug bits. I don't know that one. That's because you got to super glue your chomper munchers in. Um, but if it's trigger objects. Trigger objects in paranormal investigations is very, very, very successful. It's not 100%. I'd say a good 85% of the time you have the right trigger object for whatever paranormal you're dealing with. Um, is a very handy tool to have. So when these candies we're talking about and this other stuff we're talking about, that's things that these things can look into. Oh, that is cool, William. Heck yeah. There you go. That's cool, man. Congratulations. Yes, it was sticks of hard candy that made her herb and was more healthier than candy today. Yeah. Yeah, candy back definitely, yeah. Grasshoppers, the grasshopper I'm thinking of is a drink. She's been good, but she popped up this time, man. I got to figure out how to shut her off. You know, but so I mean, this type of stuff is good trigger objects if you're out, doing paranormal investigations, and they're from that time frame. Um, like I said, I mean, hands down, trigger objects has been a very successful technique that I've used. got my bookshelf over here and hides my sensor. So it gets to be a pain in the butt when I'm trying to turn my LEDs on that I forgot to turn on. There we go. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, those are good. Yeah. Her mom smelled like dirt and earthy. What did I miss? Scroll back up here. I missed something. Huh. I am. Oh. So, yeah, sassafras was used to make root beer. Yeah. Yeah. It's not anymore. Um, oh. Yeah. Give me a. Oh, yeah, we're past that. Yeah. Let me see what I. Let me do one of my. Yeah, let me do one of mine. It's top of the hour. We're going to get one commercial out of the way. Here we go. Yeah, hopefully that played on your end because it wasn't working on mine. So I don't know if I timed it right or not. That is the commercial coming out for my latest book that's fixing to come out. Um, get up here where I left off. So Beast of the Ozarks should be coming out soon. I haven't got the final edit back from my editor yet. He is gone. He's in Ireland right now. So I'll be working on that here in a little bit. So make sure you become a follower on my author's fan page on Amazon. You'll be the first to know when that book comes out. That's Beast of the Ozarks First Kill. That is a modern time cryptid horror that takes place here in the Ozarks. And those scenes in that video are very similar to the scenes that's in those books. And you won't know what the creature is until the end. Sassafras can be eaten off a tree. We used to eat it all the time. Yeah, the roots is what you make your tea out of, your candies out of, your medicine out of. It's all made from the roots. Some of the leaves, if I remember right, I think the leaves can be used as medicine as well. I love Dark Angel. Yeah, Joanne, I love Dark Angel. Sometimes that's a good thing. But yeah, you can find my books on Amazon at e.d.testerman. You're always a trigger object, my brother. You can also get him some dental. Yeah, no joke, dude. You was 8 years old when that. Yeah, I mean, we used to dig up the sassafras roots in the wintertime and then stick them next to our wood stove to dry them out. And you just break it off, kind of crumble it up a little bit, and make your tea from it. Did she? That's funny. The Bigfoot in the commercial is more what I encountered. Wow. I don't think he was rolling around in sweet sassafras. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, I don't, they've, oh, thank you. I created all that artwork. I created all that music on that program I got. Good. That one did turn out. Um, yeah, yeah, it's hard to find any real stuff nowadays. And when you do find it, you're going to be paying out the ass. She's listening again. Wow. Chokeberries. Yep. Like gooseberries. I love gooseberries. I mean, they're very, very tardy. Okay, good. I'm glad it did. I had to guess it in my head because it wasn't playing on my end very well. Um, I love gooseberries, gooseberry pie, and I'll eat gooseberries straight off the bush. They're very tardy, really, really, really tardy, but they're good. They are so. I love gooseberries. Um, but they make a really good pie too. But I like tart stuff. I like something that's sour. I like so. I mean, for me, it's nothing, man. But blackberries, raspberries, which I make gooseberry jelly. Well, my mom used to make gooseberry jelly, blackberry jelly, raspberry jelly, or jam. I'm sorry, jam. It wasn't jelly. It was jam. Uh, Honestly, I don't know the difference between the two. So, but mom would get mad. It's not jelly. It's jam. But I need to get my butt out there and do some mushroom hunting. I've not been with it today. I've been staying kind of close to the toilet today. Yeah, I mean, that is very possible. Um, if it ain't that, then it'd probably be a werewolf. Um, but I'd say, yeah. I mean, another one you got to think about in that area is the Ozark Howler. I mean, it could be an Ozark Howler as well. Polonairs all fruit. Don't know that one. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's very possible, Roxanne. Yeah. Schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Look it really tastes like schnozberries. Question in the chat: who knows what schnozberries are? I'm kind of curious on that. Yeah, I am kind of curious. All in chat knows what schnozberries are. It's funny because when I kid, I didn't know. I didn't find out till later. Her husband said it was nothing that he'd heard before. So, I mean, the possibility of it being an Ozark Howler is definitely in that category because they are seen in that area. Ozark Howlers are very much spotted in that area. Robin, I likes me some snozberries, especially when they're freshly picked. Wild plums, yeah, yeah. The one thing I miss about Hawaii was the fresh kiwi. We literally pick fresh kiwi and eat it while we're sitting down waiting. Coconuts, pineapples, the little what's them little bananas called? Anyways, they had them little bananas there in Hawaii. It was always great. The commercial from the 80s, the rich, sophisticated restaurant with hotty toddy people and one redneck who calls the all Polanders all fruit jelly. I thought snozberries was from the nose. He was silly back then. That is what snozberries is, actually a booger. Snozberries are actually boogers. Shadow Walker is my title of book number 2. Heck yeah. Wild plum jam, peanut butter sandwiches keeps me alive when I was young. Oh yeah, I grew up on peanut butter and jelly and grilled cheese because that was the cheapest. Mom got government assistance whenever, because mom raised us on her by herself up until we were 13 years old, and she married dad, my stepdad. It was just mom raising 2 boys on her own, working 2 or 3 jobs. So I mean, she got government. All fresh key lime, yeah. But she got government assistance, so we couldn't, we grew up poor, really, really, really poor. Uh, yes, snozberries are boogers. Yeah. Yep. That's why when you see people licking the window and on the window licking bus, hey, the snozberries. Snozberries. um, but I just lost my train of thought there for a second. Got talking about snozberries. I can't remember. I'll try to remember it. But do you remember Freaky cereal with the mutant monsters on the box? No? I don't think so. No, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Heck yeah, shout out. I mean, single moms and single dads. I'm a single dad. I'm raising, my daughter all by myself. I don't get no help. I don't get no child support. I don't get no government assistance. That's why I have no money. My oldest daughter just finished her first year of college yesterday, and my youngest graduates this year. Oh, dang. I was hoping he had, with everything set up besides the chair, he'd do something tonight. That's okay. Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't think I've had it, but I have heard of that. But yeah, definitely. I mean, shout out to single moms and single dads. My mom raised me and my half brother until I was 13. He was 10. And I mean, she did it by herself. I mean, and yeah. And I mean, well, she kind of raised us by herself when she got married too, because dad worked all the time. He was working all the time trying to make money. So mom was going to college and trying to raise 4 boys on her own, because I mean, dad was pulling every shift he could just to make a dime. Hey, how did the pageant go? Oh, I thought I did. You may not have been on. She didn't place this year. She didn't, sadly. I mean, she got second runner up last year. She didn't place this year, but she looked amazing. Speaking of which, I've got to download the videos and stitch them together from a few boxes, but lost them over. Oh yeah, I remember. You remember them little thin wooden airplanes you put together? I raised 3 kids after my wife died until Rose came. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we do what we do. I'm the one that told the judge I don't want child support. I was like, they're my kids, they're my responsibility. I'll take care of them on my own. And there's a couple of reasons why I didn't want child support. One, I'm stubborn and bullheaded. I didn't like paying child support because they're not just my kids either; they're hers as well. So she should take care of them when she has them, and I take care of them when I have them. I'm very stubborn in that way. So that is one of the biggest reasons why I told the judge I did not want child support. Number two is I knew she would never pay it and wind up in jail, and she just blamed me like she blames me for everything anyways. It's always my fault. It's never hers. I've never made homemade ketchup, but I need to figure out how. But yeah, I make homemade French fries all the time. Every great once in a while, I'll buy some store bought fries, but 99% of the time, I make my own homemade fries. But I rarely use ketchup anymore. It gives me heartburns. I never used to give me heartburns, but it gives me bad heartburns. That's why I like spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce. I have very light sauce. That's one of the reasons why I like the chicken bacon ranch pizza so much because it doesn't have that sauce on it. It gives me massive heartburns. So softwood break off sheet fit the plane. Yep. Man, I miss Gray Eagles Girl Club tonight. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you ain't gonna have it. But I mean, if you guys want, I could play a commercial. DA's just got Gray Eagle. Um, but yeah, I mean, my daughter gets upset. It really upset my oldest daughter. But even my youngest is finally starting to learn. It's like, man, money ain't about everything. You don't have to be upset because we don't have money. I'm a single dad doing this stuff on my own. Ranch dressing is good for Friday. Nope, 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 nope. Sugar should take off a lot of acid in sauces. Yeah, I think that's why the Italians did that. They used a lot of sugar in their sauces. Yeah, I think I do. Let me see. I don't have it uploaded. I'd have to find it. Yep. So, but yeah, I mean, we learn to make do with what we got. I raise my kids the way I was raised. You either fix what I cooked or you go hungry. We don't have choice. I don't do box foods. I don't do instant foods. I don't do that in this home. 99% of the stuff we make in this home is you got to make it by hand. You got to spend time and cook it. I don't know if I've heard of that one. I'll have to look at that one up. Yeah, I don't think I've heard that one. I'll have to look at. Um, but I mean, I do. Now I use my air fryer a lot. I love my air fryer, and I love my little um, my electric pan. I use those a lot to cook a lot of my stuff. Of course, this morning I made some bacon bits, threw them in there, was cooking them. Then I threw in my sausage gravy mix, made my gravy. That's one of the few instant things I have is gravy because I cannot, for the life of me, make homemade gravy. So that's one of the very few things I got in this house that's instant. So I mixed that in with my bacon grease and baked my biscuits and then had me some um, bacon with gravy, biscuits and gravy this morning. Man, there is so many times that I had very little food that I was literally throwing things together to hope it would taste right to make about 3 days worth of meals out of very few things that I had just to get us by. And 9 times out of 10, I would create a new dish that was absolutely amazing. But um, every once in a while, I get something that ain't very good. I don't think I've ever had Irish stew. I don't think I have. It's either way too thick or way too watery. I can't get it. I can't get a good consistency. My mom and dad can make great gravy. I've tried. Now, when my mom was standing next to me, I did pretty good. But trying to do it on my own, yeah, not so good. Gravy is not that hard to make. It takes time. I butcher it. I butchered the crap out of it. We used to. That's what we use is cornstarch. Yeah. Or not thick enough. It's got to be right. Yeah, mine's either way too watery or way too damn thick, and it tastes like crap. I've spent 4 months eating nothing but popcorn, so that my kids could have a decent meal. I have literally done that for 4 months before. I lived off of microwavable or not air pop popcorn for 4 months, but my kids ate real meals. So I know what you're talking about on that one. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about on that one. And I'll tell you what, I lost a lot of weight during that time. That's what my mom always used. Mom and dad used cornstarch. That's what they always used. My great grandma used cornstarch too. Um, but yeah, I did. I lost a lot of weight during that time. But I literally survived off of popcorn. I had one of them little air poppers. You throw your kernels in and pops it, comes out, goes in your dish. That's what I literally lived on. I'd have different seasonings for different moods that I put on my popcorn. That's what I eat. About 3 or 4 times a day, I'd eat a big bowl of popcorn. Yes, she keeps dragging him out, and I'm getting tired of it. She will not keep him in a spot, and then just like, Urgh. There's a channel on YouTube dedicated to Dollar Tree recipes, and the girl does amazing things with very little money. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah. I mean, I grew up poor. Literally, I grew up poor. We didn't have the foods that I eat nowadays. We grew up on peanut butter and jelly, grilled cheese, ramen noodles. You remember when you used to get them pot pies? You popped in the oven for 25 or for 10 cents a box. We lived off of those, and we lived off of fish because that was what we could afford. And there's times we didn't eat because we didn't have anything. I literally have spent times where we had no food. I'd go out here and find berries and wild onions and wild garlic, and I'd be eating that stuff so I can have something to eat. I've tried the flour once, and it just God, that was so god awful. That was so god awful. Yeah, it was. I've tried that once. I think I was at Fort Riley, Kansas, married my second wife, and I tried it because I didn't have no cornstarch. So I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna try flour. It should be the same thing." Nope, that was a disaster. That was probably the most god awful tasting gravy I ever made. It tasted like flour. Literally tasted like flour. I used way too much. But that's honestly, that's what the stuff I lived off of for a very long time. It wasn't until I went and got my own job at 15. I started. I was working before then, but my actual first tax paying job is when I was 15. Back when I actually made, back then it was minimum wage was 4.25 an hour, and you could do a lot off of 4.25 an hour back then. I was able to have gas all week long, buy as much tobacco, adult beverages, and whatever else I want, and still had money left over. So, in the summers, I used to work farm jobs, which took care of clothes and stuff like that for school. And then whenever I turned 15, and I started making my own job or have my own job, that's when I started eating good because I bought my own stuff to eat. Yeah. And they had a potato of a photo of a steak on the wall from some magazine to look at, and their dinner was baked potatoes. Oh man, I know them days. Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of people did that. 8 core on sheets. Arco. I don't know what Arco is. Shit on shingles. Yeah, I've ate a ton of shit on shingles. Yeah, I have. That is an old Navy dish. Shit on shingles is actually where shit on shingles came from, was the Navy boys, and it's actually that toast and gravy. They didn't have biscuits in the Navy, so they had toast. They had plenty of bread, loaves of bread, so they would toast it, throw the gravy on it, and that's actually where the term "shit on shingles" came from, was the U.S. Navy. I don't take much. It don't take much flour to thickener. Always put a little at a time to see if you need. Yeah, I didn't. I put like a full cup in there. Yeah. Dang it, my mouse keeps doing this stupid thing. Huh. I need to look that up. But yeah. So when I was 15, had a real tax-paying job. Man, I was eating like a king. I mean, that was the best eating I had in my whole entire life. I was buying my own stuff. I did. I'm not, I'm not gonna lie. I put a full cup of flour, all-purpose flour in there, because I was like, I need to thicken this up, but I don't have cornstarch. So I was like, yeah, it's real watery. A couple do. Ugh, it was lumpy. It was nasty. No, I've never used all-purpose flour ever since. Yeah, it seems like we've all been in trenches somewhere. Yeah, exactly. And I've told that to my kids. It's like, you guys think you have it rough in my house because I don't have the latest clothes. Or, I mean, I was getting free shoes from the school. We were getting clothes vouchers from churches so we can have clothes and shoes. Um, I was like, you guys, just because I don't buy you name brand shit doesn't mean, but that's the thing is people nowadays put value on money. And I've tried to raise them, and they've gotten a little. My youngest has gotten better. My oldest, to a degree, she did. Um, she ended up being a thrift store shopper, and she used to be able to find a lot of good, nice, and sometimes name brand clothes cheap. So she loves going to the thrift store. Um, yeah, yeah, Don, no kidding. Um, but that's why I told him, like, look, man, it's not money that makes you rich. It's family. It's love. Yeah, I did. Whole cup of all-purpose flour. Barley pop. I've heard of that. I have heard of that one. Um, so it, yeah, yeah. So in some aspect, I mean, my oldest is still, she is too much like her mom. Um, and, they got to have the latest, greatest thing. Oh God. My youngest is a lot better about it. But it's like, look, man, I'm sorry. I don't get free handouts from people like your mom does. I don't go begging people for stuff like your mom does. I do it on my own. What I can afford is, sometimes I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you got food on the table. It's like, well, there's nothing to eat here. Yeah, there is. I've got a freezer full of meat and I've got a refrigerator full of stuff. You just got to get in and cook it. You got to get off your damn phone and cook it. Hey, Gino. I forgot to say that, by the way. So that has been like one of my biggest struggles with my kids, is they want instant, and I don't do that here. I'm everything I make is handmade. Well, 98% of the stuff I make is handmade. Like I've got jalapeno cheddar kiboshes thawed out, and I am going to make some fried taters with some jalapeno cheddar kiboshes, and that'll be 2 or 3 meals right there for me. And I do that. I've still lived that way. I still will make enough on one meal to last me 2 or 3 meals. There's so many times what I have for lunch at work is what I had for dinner the night before. Majority of the time, it's that way. It's Uncle Fluffy, baby face, teddy bear. So, I mean, it's amazing to hear how many people's that way. Because I mean, when I grew up, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I had the same mentality as my kids did when I grew up. Because people looked at you weird. I had old beater vehicles, tore up clothes. I got very few hand me downs because I was the oldest. But most of my stuff, when I outgrew it, it got passed down the line till it fell apart. We lived off of hand me downs. There was a long time up there in St. Joe that I had cousins that was older than me, and I would get their hand me downs. And then when we moved down here, we didn't have that luxury. I got the new stuff. My brothers got the hand me downs. Yeah. Yeah. Whenever I was paying child support, before I got full custody of my kids, full sole custody of my kids, I literally, off a 2 week paycheck for a long time, was living off of $460 for 2 weeks. I had to make $460. Had to make a house, a truck payment, insurance, food, gas, and everything else. Oh, awesome! You guys are so great. Oops, you guys are so great. Yeah. My first vehicle. Yeah, I agree. Back then, you could, and they were still good vehicles back there. In my very first car I bought was an '85 Chevette that I bought that my mom and dad had bought me. They only paid like $300 for it. The very first truck that I bought was $700. It was a '79 Ford F100 Ranger. It's a 400 V8 big block. I made farm truck cool before farm truck was cool, and yeah, I mean, there was nothing back then. Your truck went down, $400-600 later, you had another vehicle that ran, and you could work on it. Oh wow, yeah, I get that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember them days. Whew. Yeah, I mean that's hard. That stuff's hard. That's why I tell these kids, it's you don't understand. You just don't understand. No, they don't. They truly don't. How's what possible? I mean, I was making on my 2 week paycheck back when I was paying child support. I was making a little over a grand every 2 weeks. I got $460 out of it. That's what I lived off of. I used to that '85 Chevette. That was a good little car. I mean, I know exactly. I mean, it was a hatchback. I mean, I've slept in that hatchback many times, camping out by a river or a lake. Hell, I've slept in the back of in the bed of my truck back when we had real trucks with 8 foot beds. I, I slept in the bed of my truck many times next to a river or lake. So, I mean, you learn to make do with what you got. I don't have the nicest, fanciest stuff here. A lot of my stuff is older than I am, but it's nice. It works. I mean, I do have some new stuff. This is new. The desk is new, and that's new. I had that made with my logo. That's new. But y'all, them trucks were tanks. Those trucks were tanks back then. God, they could you can smack somebody with that truck and then still keep on driving down the road. You guys remember the dead man's um, dead man's jack? Does anybody in here know that phrase, dead man's jack? I'm kind of curious in here who knows who what a dead man's jack is. So a dead man's jack is a bumper jack. You remember in the old vehicles, you used to have the slots in the bunker or bumper, and you had that big tall jack you had to hold on to, and you put that little slip or that little hook into that bumper, and you literally raised your vehicle. Hey, Blue, you literally could raise your whole vehicle by that bumper. That was a dead man's jack. The reason why it was called a dead man's jack was because a lot of times your vehicle would roll and pinch you in between there. And so many people have died being hung up in there and not be able to pull it off their hands. A lot of people cut their fingers off. That's why a lot of people back then uh, would be missing like these fingers because they got their hands stuck in that dead man's jack and they couldn't get it off. So they literally took a knife and cut their fingers off so they can get out. Yeah, that's a dead man's jack. It was the common name was a bumper jack. Yeah. I used them for years. Used them for years and years and years. And I learned I made that mistake one time. I was truly blessed. I was able to get it off of my hand. I caught it in time that I was able to get my hand out from it. And that's why from then on, they had that little loop at the top. I'd stick my fingers in there and hold that truck up. But I've had trucks come down on top of me because they drove back from that dead man's jack. Well, who you're with is more important than what you. Tanya, exactly. Oh yes, I remember those. In fact, I still have one. I put rocks in front of the tires so they wouldn't. Yeah. I did. I learned that. I learned from very bad decisions to do that. I've literally had them jacked up, and I was under the vehicle, and I've had them come down and pin me on the ground. In fact, a friend of mine almost lost his life because it fell on his chest and collapsed his chest, and he was almost dead when someone found him. Yeah, I mean, back when you could fix a vehicle with a pair of pliers, baling twine, and a crescent wrench. My grandpa had a car you had to wind up, and they used to kick back on you and break your finger. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I've had them pin me down to the ground. Yeah, that's another reason why they're called dead man's jack, because they were known to. Hey Jessica, they were known to slip and come down on top of you when you was laying under your vehicle working on it. That's why you learned real quick when you use them, you stack stuff up under the frame and set it back on the frame because they were well known for rolling backwards or forwards and killing people. They would literally fall on top of them. Yep, dead man's jack. But I mean, it's weird things that you see out there. Oh, I did remember to make that. Thank you, Roxanne. I forgot all about it. I remembered to make that. I did make it. Okay, I couldn't remember if I did or not. I used to change my oil using to drive up ramp. Yep, I still do that. And I've had the cheap ones. But yeah, I've had them too. I've had them cheap jack stands collapse on me too and pin me to the ground. I think one of the worst things ever had happened. One time I was working for Prime Trucking, and I was a tire guy, and I had the trailer jacked up. The driver was pissed at me because I had to change his tires. He was wanting to go home. It's like, sorry, you can't leave the shop until these are done. These are bald. I got to change them. I can't let you out the door because then I get in trouble. So I got the old tires off, was getting the new tires in, had the tire bar under the tire, laid across my knee, holding it up into the position where it needed to be held. And I was getting ready to put the lug nuts on, and the jack shot out from underneath the trailer. And this was a fully loaded trailer, and it pinned me between the floor and the tire bar. That one kind of sucked. I used to have to touch the wires under my stepsister's car steering wheel to go to work at my job. Oh, wow. I was so afraid I'd get pulled over with a screwdriver with a key. I mean, yes, I used to start my vehicles with a screwdriver because the keyholes or the ignition was so wore out, I could stick a Phillips screwdriver in there and start my vehicles. I remember those days. Yeah. That's why you always block your car underneath. Yeah, yeah. About the second time I've had one fall on top of me. That's how stubborn and hard-headed I was. I learned to do that. Yeah. It was so funny and terrifying. I was in high school. Oh, God, yeah. I changed my oil with the belt clean radiator and work on my carburetor. Yeah. Yeah. Hot wire. Yeah. 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 It sadly, this, it did. It take 2 times of a vehicle coming down on top of me because my jack, I was on the side of the road and had something break, so I was underneath there wiring it up so I can get me into my job where I can fix it. And jack slip, car come down. That's why they're called dead man jacks, and that's why you see back. Like I said, that's why in the past you've seen a lot of people is missing these part of their fingers because they'd get them stuck in between the vehicle and that jack, and they'd literally take the pocket knife and cut their fingers off. There's been people they found dead on the side of the road because nobody came in time, and they were stuck there in that vehicle. And they were stuck laying on the ground like this with their hands still in jacks pinned up against that vehicle. Yeah. I had one of the scariest moments I had being an 18-wheeler mechanic as I was working on a 3-axle lowboy. And I had that thing jacked up. And I was underneath there working on some wirings while my jack bled out. And I felt that 3-axle coming down. And I had just enough space to squeeze in between 2 rails. And I was literally stuck under a 3-axle lowboy like this on top of my creeper, screaming for dear life. And somebody finally came over and got the jack back up so I could get out. That was a scary moment. I ran my car through my neighbor's house. Oh, when my dad drained my brake fluid, I didn't know. Oh, no. Oh, God, that sucks. I don't have brakes to back up. Oh, man. Dude, oh, God. That's hilarious, but sucks at the same time. An old teenage boyfriend had a jack slip and cut his foot off. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Them dead man jacks, man, they were good, sturdy strong jacks. I mean, hell, you can lift a house with one of them. They just weren't stable. All my vehicles, I don't even use them scissor jacks. Them scissor jacks will come out from underneath the truck car too. Anytime I get a vehicle, I got a small floor jack that I put in every one of my vehicles. The only time you'll ever see me use that scissor jack working on vehicles because somebody's took my floor jack out and I put it back in. Yeah, I will not even use them scissor jacks because them scissor jacks have been very well documented of coming out and killing people. So, and that begs to wonder too. Talking about this type of stuff, is that why? Some of the ghosts that we deal with out here in the paranormal field, is that what happened to them? Is that why they're still lingering around? Because they had an untimely death due to a stupid vehicle mistake. Be it a jack or whatever it is. One of the most painful things that ever happened to me is when I was thumping tires on an 18-wheeler and I hit one and that damn thing exploded. I mean, back in the day when I first was an 18-wheeler mechanic, we still had split rims. And them split rims were known for coming off and taking people's heads clear off. They were like a razor disc going through the air. When them things popped, they were very well known. They have unalived so many people, and so many times they've taken heads off. I mean, that was Hell, my very first truck I ever owned was a '65 GMC Granny Low 3 on a tree. It had split rims. It was an old fire truck, and I loved it because it still had the siren on it. So if I was running late for work, I would unhook my horn, hook my siren up, and I'd be hauling butt to work, blowing that horn like I was a fire truck. People would pull over, man. I go shoot past them. You hold on the horn, it built up, let off, it built down, put it back on, built back up. I mean, I would do that. I would haul butt to work, running as fast as that truck would go, blaring that horn, making people pull over because I was late for work. It was good at parties too. It was fun at parties too. That's another reason why I left it on the truck. But yeah, very first truck I ever owned, '65 GMC, 3 on the tree, and it still had the siren. It was an old farm truck or old fire truck. So yeah, I've had a lot of close calls. I mean, one time I was working on a roll up door, and I had it pinched off, and I was replacing one of the boards in between it. And them roll up doors have been known to kill people too. And my vice grip slipped. Door came up, and I was up on a 6-foot ladder. The door came up, hit me under the chin. As one of the very few times in my life that I seen stars from being hit by something. In fact, there's a few seconds of that I don't remember. I'd say it probably knocked me out. Damn lucky it didn't take my head off. Because when them roll up doors, they got 1,400 pounds of foot pressure behind them things. So when they let loose, they've been known to decapitate people or take sides of their faces off. I'm just unalive them. And I mean, I got very lucky on that one. So, I mean, it's the type of jobs there's a lot of we do. People don't realize. You know, I've lost a good friend of mine, a very good mentor in Masons for me, because he was out a couple of years ago. He was out haying, and his tractor rolled over on top of him. I mean, tractors rolling on farmers happens all the time, especially if they got them old tractors. So, I mean, when we're dealing with ghosts, you got to consider a lot of this stuff in there. You got to consider the location you're at, what happened in that location, and that's going to help you to be able to communicate. That's why, if you notice, on all my paranormal investigations, I'm very successful communicating with them, and that's because I learned that area. I learned what happened in that area, and now I apply it. If you ever noticed, I always ask the question, "Were you this? Was you this?" That's because I knew what happened in the area. If you can get something to them that makes them familiar, and they go, "Hey, he does know a little bit about me." I mean, ghost. A lot of times, ghosts ain't going to communicate with you, but if you can connect to them on their level and identify something that they know, you'll get a lot more reactions that way. A lot more reactions. So that's why, if you notice, I'm very successful at talking with these things that's out there, because I learn that stuff. And that's why I always tell people it's very important to do your research before an investigation, because it has Missouri State has that happen a lot with their tractors. Yeah, they do. They do, Roxanne. They really do. But yeah, I lost a very, very dear mentor that way. Um, but that's why I always tell you guys, do your pre-investigation before you do investigation. Learn the area. Learn like if you're in a building, learn the history of that building. If you want to communicate with them, it's very important to learn that. It's very important to find objects of that area. and use it as a trigger object. It's not going to work every single time, but I've been pretty successful with it if you got the right thing. So I don't know who all out there does paranormal. I know David does, but I don't remember if David and Michelle's in the chat or not. Um, they can probably tell you the same thing. Hey, Misty, no worries. I just realized what time it was. Yeah, we do. We have a lot of stickers. I've been lucky, and I've been able. Oh, I've been lucky to be able to jump from my tractor every time I've had that happen to me. But I did have a lawnmower come over on top of me before, and I've literally done a one-handed handstand or a cartwheel with a freaking riding lawnmower between my legs, coming off the back of a truck, and the board slipped out. And I got this lawnmower going. I did a one-handed cartwheel with a freaking Craftsman lawnmower between my legs. That was a fun landing because it landed right on my leg when we landed to the side. Can do this for 7 years, then must start new. I missed something. It sucked at the moment. I mean, dude, my knee hurt so bad for the week after that because it landed on my right knee. But yeah, it was. Now that I think, I mean, it is comical. You got to. I mean, of course, I wasn't fluffy back then, but I was still kind of built back then. And I'm just, boom, oh crap. I told Dad, I said, Dad, make sure the boards are secure. Oh, they're secure. I know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm coming down out of the back of that truck with that Craftsman lawnmower, and the boards weren't secure. And I went for a cartwheel. So I don't know who else can ever say that, but I can say I've done a one-handed cartwheel with a Craftsman riding lawnmower. And if that ain't hold my beer and watch this without saying hold my beer and watch this or realizing you're doing a hold my beer and watch this, I don't know what it is. It wasn't at the time, man, but it is now. It's funny now. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about it now that we're talking about it. It's like, it was comical. It wasn't at the time. Because when that big old heavy damn thing came down, because we fell to the side, after it smacked the front corner of it on the ground, we fell to the side, and my leg had shot out from the floorboard, and that thing landed right on my knee. It sucked. But it is funny. I did a one-handed cartwheel with a Craftsman lawnmower. I'm a tough old bird, but I don't think I'm that damn tough. Although, I mean, I've done things I don't know how in the hell I've done it. I really don't know how the hell I've done it, but I have. I just realized we're over that 2-hour mark, so I apologize to you guys. Which, I mean, Jessica's got a show here in 2 hours. Make sure you get over there and see Jessica's show. My INR readers, go check out that new book. Let me know what you think on the start of it. I'm going to get back to work of Hounds of Death, but I wanted to get that book out of my head so I didn't lose it. I've lost so many great book ideas because I didn't write them down. That's why I do that quite often. And I get one in, what's my Rumble? What is that code? Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I get that one. And he'll be back on. There we go. It is right in there. You should be able to click on. I don't know if you can. I think you can be able to click on it and chat on the Rumble one. And it should take you to it. But yeah, go on there. That's why I'm not explaining what happened because I can't afford to get another strike. But go check that out. I need to probably start building that up. But make sure you go and follow Jess or watch Jessica Jones here in a couple hours. To my members who signed up and became my members today, thank you guys so much. You guys are truly awesome, and I appreciate that very much. Um, like I said, we'll work to work. Blah, 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 blah. We will work together and figure out how we want to set up those tiers on the YouTube member program that I got now because I want to build it. They're making me do 3 tiers, so I've got to figure out how to build that up where it benefits you guys. Um, so we'll work together on that. See how we. I've got it set up pretty basic right now. So if you guys get a chance, let me know your thoughts, and we'll get it set up and start working on it. Yes, you guys are. Yes, you guys are. So yeah, so I've got going that. I'm going to be. Thank you, Tricia. I'm going to be working on my books. I've got to get back. Hey, C Duke. Listening made memories come back of my 4 bros and me eating meatless spaghetti. Oh God, yeah, I remember them days. I've literally have ate spaghetti with just ketchup, homemade biscuits and fries, dried beans and rice. Oh God, yeah. Uh, I don't, being as we did the paranormal one today, I have to think of something on tomorrow. Um, I'll figure something out. I've got a couple hours to work on some stuff, so I'll be thinking about it when I'm writing my book. We'll figure something out. I don't know yet. I went ahead and did the paranormal stuff today because I went to message Shane, and when I looked at the message, it was all right. He was supposed to let me know when he had a Saturday open. So I haven't heard from him yet, so that's why we went ahead and did it tonight. So I'll figure out tomorrow's show. But to my moderators, Roxanne, Corey, William, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. From my new subscribers to my OGs, you guys are awesome. I am truly blessed and thankful for every single one of you guys. You guys are truly amazing. And pickled fries or fried pickles is good. Yes, I do like fried pickles with ranch dressing. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. So I'm going to actually do some work on some edit suggestions that my editor had on Beast of the Ozarks, and I am going to try and get that released. And then I'm going to be working on Hounds of Death. So I'll be at my computer for a little bit after I cook. So until tomorrow, guys, peace, love, and blessings to you all. And thanks again. And AO, thank you for gifting those 5 subscribers, memberships. That is amazing. Thank you so much. So until tomorrow, you guys. See ya.